Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 back with another Star Wars review. Today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series DJ, aka Benicio Del Toro's character in Star Wars Episode VIII, The Last Jedi. Now unfortunately this character was kind of a despicable character in general, and his presence in the film really didn't do a whole lot in the long run, which is really disappointing since I thought the design of the character and the overall outfit was pretty cool, and I feel as though it was pretty wasteful for Benicio Del Toro's talents. It's still nice that we got a nice figure out of it, but it is a shame that his particular character really didn't turn out as good as I would have liked it to. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the box first. The box is in the standard 6-inch Black Series scale. Shows a picture of DJ there. He's number 57 of the releases, and has a bio on the back as normal. So now we're going to take a look at the figure itself. In terms of articulation, you're not going to get a whole lot of difference compared to the other 6-inch Black Series figures. He does maintain the same ball joints in the neck with pretty decent movement with no hindrance. His jacket is a separate piece made of a somewhat pliable material but not super soft. He does maintain the same ball hinged shoulders with no hindrance even with the jacket on. He does have the same elbow joints as pretty much all Black Series figures do. He has the same wrist joints with no hindrance. He does have the upper abdomen joint, which is a little bit hard to get into because of the way that the jacket is designed, but not a whole lot of problems. He does have a little bit of a crunch, but very minor. He doesn't have any waist joint otherwise, from what I could tell. He has ball joints at the hips, swivels at the thighs, which are extremely tight in my copy, double joints at the knees, which is even tighter than the hip joint, and fully jointed ankles. So you're going to get a whole lot of articulation on the figure. In terms of actual likeness, this is actually a fantastic face sculpt for what I could tell, and it pretty much is one of the best kind of face sculpts we've seen for characters of this nature. So I think they're doing a fantastic job with the overall design. Obviously a little bit of the paintwork might be a little bit off in most copies, but I think I turned out okay on mine. He does include two blasters, one which is on his hand, which is this kind of silver kind of long-barreled blaster of some sort. And he does have a secondary blaster, which is holstered on the side here. And for what I could tell, it's pretty much just a repaint of the blaster that came with Poe Dameron from the Last Jedi releases. It's kind of hard to pull out. It's a little bit easier to actually put in, but when in terms of actually pulling it out, it's a little bit difficult because it does have a pretty snug fit. But here is a look of the blaster itself. Hopefully it'll get into focus there. So pretty much what you're going to get with that if you already have Poe Dameron. You can allow him to dual wield if you wish to, so we're just going to quickly close off the holster there. So you can have him dual wielding, but unfortunately he did not have any actual battle scenes in the film, so it is kind of pointless that he comes with blasters, but it's nice that it is actually included. He does have some okay detailed rings. It's not a whole lot of paint detail, but it's there. It's definitely noticeable. And the jacket itself is pretty well sculpted. It's got a lot of folds and ridges, since it's going to be a pretty more dirtier jacket just because it is a little bit, I guess, just goes with his nature of the character. There is a whole lot of more information about him in the visual dictionary, which was not featured in the film. So hopefully we'll see more of this character maybe in some kind of comic or book down the line. But as it stands, this is a pretty decent figure, even though the character might not be the best in general. I got this at Hasbrotoyshop, and if you're a fan of Benicio Del Toro, then it's definitely a figure that you should get, since it's actually a pretty good likeness of the actor. And I think the figure itself is pretty good, even if the character doesn't match in retrospect. Anyways, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hero Taku. Also check Twitter under Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen and receive my content go up as soon as possible. And I'll be back with more Star Wars reviews, but for now, I'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Bye.